just touching on what you just mentioned, I tried to pull away. All of these films aren't necessarily war films because I was trying to be curious on how I could pull in other films, but I chose Whiplash um,
Okay.
because of how that film drives intensity with sound design.
Hmm.
I don't, there's a, it's about a jazz drummer, and so there's like a lot of rhythm, but there's a very heightened level of sound design. And I was thinking about it when I was watching the film. There'd be these moments where someone's like drinking water or unscrewing a bottle cap or moving around. And I felt like the sound design was turned up loud enough where it actually became almost like a main character. Like it was
Yeah.
so obvious that you were cured in like, oh, he's drinking water. Oh, he's scraping this thing across the desk. And so then later in the film, when they're in combat and you've got all this like comms chatter coming on, and it's just this building tension of people speaking over the radio, you've got someone yelling, you've got like gunfire happening. It just gives this like, you're already cued in so highly to the sound of the reality that when it's
Yeah.
building, it just feels like overwhelming.
Yeah, Whiplash is just so good, and yeah, talking about sound design, I mean, it's all there, and it all is just so musical in the way that it's built up and everything like that. And yeah, that's a great one. I'm gonna. It is another war movie, but I'm gonna kind of jump right on top of that and talk about
Right.
some more sound design here that goes really well with Whiplash. It's a movie I'm not a fan of. I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I know everybody else loves it. It's Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk,
Okay.
which I mean, I appreciate what he was going for with that movie. I just don't think it necessarily works, but certainly though the sound design is fantastic, and
Right.
certainly it looks amazing, and Hans Zimmer's score is fantastic. All the filmmaking elements of it are great. What I didn't like about it is I didn't give a shit about any of the characters in
Mm,
Dunkirk, and I think that's by design. I think it's certainly by design, but it didn't make for an enjoyable movie. I kind of was expecting that to be the direction that Alex Garland was going for, and said it was going to be more about kind of the macro versus the micro, not really like
right.
focusing in on the characters. But I ended up really connecting with the characters here, which made it a much more interesting experience. I really thought Joseph Quinn was fantastic, and
Mm,
like I wanted to see them get out of this, even though we knew that not all of them were going to. It's a really different kind of experience in that way. But I do think that the setup of trying to take what's essentially a war movie and do something different with it. It's not just like rah rah hooray. Here's the good guys. Here's the bad guys. We want to see them win. Like it's doing something different with it. And